makes.
A little shuffle.
A little shout, exactly.
Good morning, welcome to What Have I Just Read with Michael, with Malcolm.
And with the jingle.
Lovely. And we carry on.
We carry on with this Daniel Revelation duo of beasts and ghouls and monsters and horned creatures. And I get so lost in, well, certainly in Revelation when it comes to that. Let's start with Daniel.
I get quite lost in Daniel as well.
Yeah.
I suddenly thought, is this an angel speaking? Is this Christ? Because the vision that we have of the man is very similar. Body like beryl, face like lightning, eyes like flaming torches, arms and legs like gleam of burnished bronze, and sound of his words like the roar of a multitude. Very similar.
It's beautiful.
To the vision of
that bit.
I love that. Very, very similar to the vision of Christ,
right,
the Son of Man, in at the beginning of Revelation chapter 1.
Oh, okay.
Very so.
I like that because it was, as you spoke it just sort of came alive, sort of pinged off the page.
Yeah,
that was rather good.
And it could well be, you know, the Son of Man, the embodied people of Israel, and then later on, is that Michael as in the Archangel? So Michael, one of the chief princes. Yeah, and who he says is fighting against the prince
of the kingdom of Persia.
The prince of the kingdom. It's almost as if these battles, human battles, are going on, and you know the Greeks are fighting the Persians, and the Persians are fighting whoever they are fighting. That at heaven, in the heavenly level, there's a battle going on as well.
Right. It is the prince of opposed me for 21 days. It's very interesting. He's been doing things with the Persians, right? Michael, I've come because of your words, but the prince of the kingdom of Persia opposed me for 21 days. So Michael, one of the chief princes.
So came to help me, and I left him there with the prince of the kingdom of Persia, obviously battling with the prince of the kingdom of Persia.
Right.
But this is a battle that's going on in the heavenly realms.
Right. So that's interesting. It is. It does seem like the whole time that these sort of like battles going on.
And he says here, now you know why I have come to you. Now I must return to fight against the prince of Persia. And when I'm through with him, the prince of Greece will come.
But it's interesting, isn't it? Because one feels like there's this heavenly, where we get all the main story in the Bible of Jesus, what he has to teach, but on the sidelines, a bunch of other battles going on.
Yeah.
It's sort of kind of like life, isn't it? So I kind of feel like every day you have things to deal with, temptations to overcome, and I sometimes feel these sort of, I don't sound like I'm mad, but these all like voices in my head saying, really? You might want to reflect on doing that. And maybe that's part of what these guys are doing. There they are.
Exactly. It's sort of this is the sort of the heavenly realm, the battle that's going on there
constantly. Yeah.
And then Revelation 13.
It's, I mean, for me, Revelation is one sort of like one long surreal horror story. I mean, one sort of loses track of the beasts with 10 horns and the dragons and the other ghouls. What's
quite interesting here is that the dragon, the beast comes really from the dragon. The beast and the dragon, the beast is, if you like, almost the priest of the dragon.
Okay.
And the point about the beast is that he's not the lamb. What we have in Revelation is the one who is on the throne, who is absolutely glorious, who has given all authority to a lamb, the lamb who was slain. The counter thing is we have the dragon, Satan, who has given all authority to one that looks possibly like a lamb, but is not a lamb, the beast. And so it's almost a sort of a parody of Christ, the Antichrist, very much so.
The kind of dragon works through the beast.
Yeah, and very similar to Christ, one of its heads seems to have received a death blow, but its mortal wound had been healed.
Yeah, that was interesting.
So here's a sort of a parody of the death of Christ and the resurrection of Christ.
He's got a wound, but he's sort of come back to life again.
Yes, exactly. And again, the beast. Again, we have this 42 months, 3.5 years, this symbol of this period of time when it seems that the saints of God are completely trampled and crushed. But it is only 3.5 years, or symbolically 3.5 years.
And it is interesting, and I thought it's very interesting. He said that this is it the dragon or beasts, I lose one of them anyway, was allowed to make war on the saints and to conquer them.
Yes.
Well, that was very interesting. So there's this it sort of gives. One always thinks of saints as sort of doing saintly tasks, sort of Mother Teresa's and what's his name, Francesco. But then you actually see that they're doing more than just sort of saving children and looking after animals. But actually, there's a sort of a whole battle going on.
And the way they fight the battle is actually not with swords, not with weapons,
right?
But in other ways. But yes, but it does seem that they're crushed. You're right.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, also what you say, because the idea is if you kill with a sword, you yourself with the sword must be killed.
Yes.
Which is interesting. So like you're saying, these guys don't, the saints don't actually make war. Maybe it is by looking after children and saving the animals and birds.
And the key line here, actually, in terms of practically, is here is a call for the endurance and faith of the saints. When it looks rough, hold on.
Right, there we go. What did you say? Say it again?
When it looks rough, hold on.
That's a good concluding thought, I think. It looks rough, have faith, keep going. Great.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
And
a good Friday, and see you all Sunday or Monday. Bye, have a great weekend.